Hello, this is Gavin with WSI, and today we're going to talk about a new offering we have on our dual ram BOPs and explain that to you from an inventory management standpoint and what changes we've made, which we think will be benefits to the customer in many ways. So what we've done is, in the past, we've had two different styles. We've had a standard SSO and line pipe outlet model, which had both side-studded outlets and line pipe threads right here. And we also had an offset model, which was traditionally used for your long stroke belt-driven pumping units. So what we've done is we've combined both those into one. So now when you order a dual ram BOP, you're just going to get one. From an inventory management standpoint, you're not going to have to worry about, do I need an SSO, do I need an offset model? They're both going to be combined into one unit. And so what you've got with this unit here is you've got side-studded outlets. You've also got 2-inch line pipe outlets. So you can, out on location, you can choose to use the side-studded outlets if you want. If you just want to go right into the line pipe, that's fine. If you ever mess up those line pipe threads, you've got the side-studded outlets right there. You can grab a companion flange, slap it on there, and you're ready to go. You don't have to have a welder come out, somebody try to patch those threads. You can just throw a companion flange on and go. Or you can run a companion flange from the get-go. It will come from the factory just as you see, with the studs there for you to use. If you don't want to use them, you can just pull them and put them off to the side. So what is different is these, if you imagine being on location, these are your flow lines. And if I'm the pumping unit, the reason you want these offset is on those long stroke belt driven units, they sit really close to the BOP. So if you don't offset your ram housings, they're sitting right up next to the side of your long stroke unit, and it can be a little bit difficult to get in there and operate those when you need to open and close them. Can be a little bit of a safety issue, but it's more of an operational ease issue. It can be difficult to get in there. So what we've done is we've offset those units. So now that lease operator doesn't need to try to get right here to run that out with the pumping unit right here. He's off to the side here. He's off to the side there. So that's the major benefit of that. It makes the ease of operation. You can also run this just fine on a standard unit. It doesn't affect how those rams open or close if they're offset. So on a standard unit, it doesn't affect you at all. That's one reason we went this style. So you could have one BOP, you order one style, you get one style, you stock one style, we manufacture one style, and that's it. These are going to come in a 2 9/16 base 5M, 7 1/16 5M base, and a 7 1/16 10M base. Now just to remind you, the 7 1/6 10M base, it's a 10K rated flange on the bottom. The BOP is still rated to 5K. We do have that BOP in a 10K option if you would need that, with a 10,000 PSI rated operational pressure on the BOP. But just because you have a 10K base does not mean you have a 10K rod BOP. You have to order an actual working pressure 10K rod BOP if you want that. So what the BOPs will ship from the factory with the package, they come from the factory to our rep, and then from the rep, they get shipped to the supply store or the pump shop with this package material. Inside this, you will have your warranty card. You've got a 1-year warranty on your ram seals with this BOP. No questions asked. If you've got that BOP out in the field less than a year and you already have an issue with a ram seal, pull it. We'll get you a set of ram seals, no issue. You can fill this out and send it in. You can go on the website and send it in. Your BOP has a serial number stenciled on the side of the flange down here on the base of this flange, corresponding with this card that you get, telling you what the serial number of your BOP is. So you know that when you register, you just put that serial number in there. These are all domestically made, by the way, in Hill City, Kansas. So it's a domestic product. The other thing you're going to get is a copy of your, a copy of your test port, of your test from when we pressure tested this at the factory in Kansas. That's another thing you might ask our competitors if you're looking at them. Can they provide you with a test sheet? Can they provide you with documentation showing you that they actually pressure tested this BOP? We're testing all 3 sections. It's a shell test on the body, a test on the bottom rams, a test in between the rams, and making sure nothing's going above them. So it shows that whole pressure test here on this copy. We keep the hard copy at the factory in Hill City. This is what the hard copy looks like. You get a copy of it. So if you lose this, or if a year from now you want documentation for some safety reason, we can always get you, if you lose this, we can get you a copy. We hold on to these in the factory. The other thing it ships with is some simple basic work instructions for you. Speaks a little bit to how to safely operate the BOP. Whether or not you guys actually see this in the field is, we understand things can happen in transit and shipment from a supply store out to you, but this all comes from the factory with this in it. The other thing you have are your plugs. This is a little bit of a new change for us as well. We're not shipping these out from the factory with the plugs in them. We had several customers that they automatically pull those for needle valves or gauges to run. You've got a 1-inch plug on the bottom and 2 1/2-inch ports here, and so you can do whatever you want with them. If you want to throw these plugs in and not do anything, that's fine. Just throw some dope on them, slap them in on location, and you're good. That way we're not over tightening them at the factory, and then you're trying to spend time breaking those and loosen them because you want to throw a needle valve or a gauge on. We'll just let you make that decision. They come with the plugs, super easy to deal with. So we're pretty excited about this BOP. We think it's going to make it a little bit easier from an inventory management standpoint for folks. You're getting side-studded outlets, you're getting line pipe outlets, you're getting offset, so if you want to put it on a long stroke unit someday, you can. If you want to move it, starts off on a standard pumping unit and you're moving them around. Some folks do that when they worry about, frac mitigations. You can move it to a long stroke unit, it'll work just fine. It works just fine on standard pumping units as well. So it's a very versatile, gives you a lot of options, and we think it just makes a lot of sense. So if you have any questions, reach out to us. There'll be a link at the end of this video where it shows you how to reach out to us for trainings, product demos. We're happy to sit down and talk with you more about that. We do a lot of trainings with lease operators all the time. Love to come out and do that for you. Remember, make your connection with WSI.